Okay, hopefully I'm live and nothing is getting cut off. Um, on my screen it says it's it's not quite telling me if I'm live yet or not. So hopefully I'm live and none of this is going to be cut off for you. But I already told you guys, those of you who are used to me and you've been in this group for a while, some days you get glamour, other days you get this. I am nothing if not authentic. Monday tends to be sort of my busiest day of the week when it comes to one-on-one clients. In between my calls, I'm typically like cleaning and planning my week and doing all kinds of other things. So I tend not to be very glamorous. Anyway, that's okay. It's not about that. Just wanted to point out, you never know what you're going to get. But anyway, I wanted to kind of reflect back on Saturday's call. We do have several new people here in the group, but it isn't just for new people. It's for those of you who have been around, because I always need this reminder too. One of the things that we have been talking about over the period of a few months, and really I think people really started to grab hold of it last month, that I want to bring into this month, is that sobriety requires pursuit. And what that looks like, what pursuit is there has to be an action behind the thought or idea. I think sometimes, and I look at people in the group and like some are doing well, some are not doing so well. The difference between people who really move the needle and make something happen is that they are pursuing, they are running after change in their life. And I've mentioned that, if you're spending your time running from Ed or running from the eating disorder or being afraid that it's going to overtake you, you tend to fall. You tend to fall down. The weight of running from that all the time is too much. You're looking back at it, you will stumble and you will fall under the weight of trying to run from the thing that you're trying to get free from. And the point in being inspired by and pursuing goals and pursuing the next layer and the next level of sobriety is you're running towards something, your eyes are fixed on that, and you're not looking back, so you're not going to stumble, right? Your steps become faster and they become quicker, and you are running towards it. And it really creates momentum for you when you're looking forward. So, again, the other thing that I would say is that it's real easy to get inspired on a group call. I think there is something exciting that happens in the atmosphere. I do think that I am blessed. It is a God-given gift that I can get people, I can rally the troops and get people going, but some people take that feeling of inspiration to mean that from here on out, just because they heard something and got inspired by it, that they're going to run with it and they're just going to do it because they felt inspired. And I think, unfortunately, that's just not the truth. We can feel inspired and then still not take a single step towards actually changing anything. So again, my point here is that sobriety requires pursuit. What does it mean to pursue a goal or pursue sobriety? It means that there are actions that are attached to that. I should be able to look at what you're posting, look at what you're doing in your life, and see that you are in pursuit of something. If I can't tell, if the outside person can't tell because you haven't changed anything or you're not doing anything different than you did the day before, then you're not pursuing sobriety. You're hoping for it. You're waiting around for maybe the next dose of inspiration. You're looking at what other people are doing. You're maybe hoping that by being here in this group with other people who are successful, that some of that will rub off on you. And it does in a way. It feels really good to see that it can be done. But until you make the decision that you've got to pursue it, there's got to be an action that's attached to it, nothing's going to change. And if you've been wrestling with this sort of in your mind, know also that as long as it stays in your mind, it's not going to change. It requires a step beyond thinking about it. It even really requires a step beyond purposing in your heart and mind that you're going to change. That's a good place to start. But when you physically do something, it brings that desire for change into this realm of reality. And so, for many of you, something like as simple as not just thinking about a goal, not just writing it down, but sharing it here in the group, and then committing to showing up every single day talking about that goal or your pursuit is the action step that's needed. Keeping a goal alive follows along that same course, because again, I think you can actually set up a pretty inspiring, effective goal. You can have steps that will work. You can have a goal, and then you can have action steps that will absolutely help you meet that goal. You can even start off doing those steps, but it's really, really easy to miss a day. It's really, really easy to miss a day, and then what happens is you get lulled into complacency, and maybe you do it again the next day, but then you miss another day, and then it's 2 days in a row, and by the end of the month you're like, oh yeah, I did make a really good goal at the beginning of this month, or I really did think that I was going to change something when I started this, but I didn't do it. And I ask you to ask yourselves that all-important question, what's getting in my way? And I'm going to say, from what I see and what I've experienced, is lack of visible action is what gets in the way of making our dreams or what we plan in our hearts and minds a reality. So if you have not first gotten a vision for what you want to see different by the end of the month, and come up with a very specific goal and share it here in the group, that's the first step. Don't try to do this by yourself. It's why we're here. It's why we have community. Second, understand that what it looks like day to day and keeping that thing alive and actually making the goal happen, it means there is a daily action that's attached to it that others can see. It can't just be something you think about. So for example, if my goal is to move every day, if my goal is to move my body every day because what I want is to be stronger, I want to build up my endurance, what would that look like in the group? First of all, I should tell you that's my goal. And second, I should check in and say, today I'm going to move my body by going for a 30-minute walk. And probably after I get done with that, I should say, hey y'all, I did it. And what about on the day that it's raining? I should come to the group and say, it's raining, but I'm going to get on my rowing machine. I'm going to row for 15 minutes. Remember, my goal is to move my body and build endurance. That's the sort of action that it takes in order to make it happen. So it is a daily thing. It's cool to come up with a goal for the month, but again, I have seen the most beautiful, most elegantly written goals just fall absolutely flat because there aren't specific actions tied to it, or there aren't specific actions that are put into place. The goal can be written with really good specific actions, but if you aren't doing them, or you're not doing them in a way every single day that someone can see that you are doing something, that you are in pursuit, and you are keeping that goal alive, it will fade away. And another month will go by, and not only will you not have made your goal, you will have slid backwards. I guarantee you. I've seen it too many times. I've experienced it too many times. So I just want to encourage you today, while it's all well and good to get hyped up and excited about a goal and about a new month, it's what you do every single day. It's that pursuit. It's that action. Last month we talked about the fact that part of surrender being a daily thing that you do, part of surrendering to the process of getting well is listening to what I'm saying right now. You got to put some action. You got to put some wheels underneath that thing and get it rolling and create some momentum. So I offered, and I mean that, if you are struggling with how to put some actions behind your goal, but you know what you want to happen, put that in the group and tag me and say, hey, what are the action steps that I can take that would help me achieve this, because it isn't enough just to have like a fantasy goal. And I obviously I invite people who have been where you are to step in and also help with those action steps. But I will absolutely respond to that if you tag me, because it is possible for me to miss posts. That can happen. It is never because I'm ignoring you. It's because I missed it. But if you need help with putting, what are the steps that will help me get there, I can help you with that. But then it's your responsibility to take that and turn it into action in your real life. So I just want to make sure that we are all on the same page with that, and that you understand your presence here is a good first step. You reaching out and saying, I need this group for emotional and compulsive eating. I'm out of control and I need this group. That's a huge step in the right direction, but it's the first step. The second step is, I understand I have to do something differently on a daily basis in a visible way that people can see that I'm changing something. And just wanted to encourage you in that way. I'll have more videos coming up this week. As I said, I'm always glad to talk about any topics that you guys want to cover. If it's short, I'll do a short video, or if it's a longer one, I can include it as a main topic in a Saturday group. But I'm always glad to hear from you. But the most important thing that you've got to get is action. Sobriety, movement, change requires action. And honestly, most of the time that action comes with some level of sacrifice if you really want to get where you're going. So anyway, if you haven't watched Saturday's call, go back and watch it. I've already checked. I went back and watched it myself. The link works. The passcode works. Everything works. Right now we still have 3 weeks of March Zooms that are there. So if you have not gone back and watched those, I really encourage you to do that. Or if you're new to the group and you haven't gone back and watched those, get all the inspiration you possibly can out of this. And like I said, you also can click on the media tab at the top of your screen, and it will show you all past photos and short videos like this one. You can go back and watch all those too. There's just a wealth of inspiration and information here. So get plugged in. Surround yourself with positive, uplifting truth that is available to you in this group, and I just look forward to seeing what's going to happen here in the month of April. Thanks everybody. Have a great day.